Hello, it's Devin here, and I'm just gonna do another little update on what I've been doing over the last week. And yeah, so first thing I want to say is in my last video, I said Jason when I meant to say Justin. So Justin, I apologize to you there. You've been a great community member out there, and he always does interesting things. So um, I'm sorry about that, but it's probably the result of doing a video after I had most of a bottle of wine. Gotta watch that. Oh, so uh, it's school holidays at the moment, so I've taken a couple of days off to be home with the kids, so my wife doesn't go crazy with both of them home at once. And one of the things my son wanted to do was he wanted to make a miniature of his own, so we went down to the local hobby store, which actually isn't that close, um, and we bought him this little tank. He chose it out. It's a Airfix model kit. It was like $10. Um, it was a pain to put together. Um, all of these, so the tracks are individual pieces. So I actually had to spend a whole heap of time cleaning mold lines off there for him and helping him get that together. But other than that section of it, he did the whole thing. I even got the airbrush out for him, and he had his first attempt at airbrushing. So this is the results of that. I thought he did pretty good. Sort of the biggest problem he had was that he wanted to actually look at the end of the airbrush, which is not good when you're spraying paint out of it, but we managed not to have any accidents. And then we did a little thing with weathering on it as well. So he went through and weathered it and added all the detail. I put the decals on him for him because that's difficult. And over time he'll get there and he'll learn that. I just can't wait for him to be old enough to actually use a hobby knife, so I don't actually have to clean the mold lines for him. But I think he's coming along pretty well. So I believe I'm going to have to buy him more stuff. That's a 1/72nd scale. 1/77? It might be 1/76. I don't know. But it was just something that he chose and did. So I'm sure we'll have more little things like that along the way. The other thing I wanted to talk about was actually weathering, or is weathering. So I'll bring these over and we'll have a look at them. So these are the foreground terraced houses that I made up and you've seen before, and I added some weathering to them. All up here on the roof, down here. It's really easy to do, and I'm really happy with what that kind of adds to it. Along the bottom, just browns, mainly browns and blacks, so charring on the roof, and sort of dirt and sections here. So basically where they have their scorch marks that foreground do with the lasers, I generally followed them down with a bit of brown weathering. Now what I did to weather them, I may as well quickly show the inside here on this one. So I did some stuff on the inside. So I've been playing around with it. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results. I think it adds to it. I've really got to add more rubble or work out how I'm going to do the rubble. But what I did for weathering was I purchased these off eBay. And let's just move that all out of the way so you can see it. And just because I've never really used weathering powders before, and I didn't kind of want to invest in weathering powders until I worked out how and what I wanted to use it. But this is just pastels, and I think these are well, they're pastel pigment sticks, and I think they're actually meant for hair dyeing. I don't know how you'd use them to dye hair, but what I found is with these sticks is that you can see in this one where there's a groove there, that's from rubbing a brush on them, and it loosens up the powder. So you can apply the powder dry, like I did on most of the foreground houses, or you can just mix it up with water. You can use them just like weathering pigments. I mean, my understanding of the weathering pigments is that they are just pastel pigments, which is what these are, except for you've just got to grind these down into the powder. So this was $7 all up off eBay delivered. I think it was actually $4 postage. I think they were actually $3 and it cost $4 postage. And I'm quite impressed. I mean, yeah, most of the colors here I will probably never use, but just the selection across here of I've got two browns, a light brown, dark brown, a dark grey, a light grey, and a black. I mean, I'll use them. There are some greens here. You never know. I'm not sure the hot pink here I'll ever use. But yeah, so I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Hopefully I'm going to get a bit more time on the weekend, but it's been cold here at night, so like really cold, much colder than it normally is. I've had some sort of freakish cold snap, and clearly I was not made to live in cold weather, or at least if you get down to single digit Celsius. It doesn't agree with me very well, but oh well, I'll get through and it'll warm up here in no time. So have fun hobbying. I'll probably have some more stuff up on the weekend. I've got some bolt action stuff that I want to cover. I'll see you next time. Just one thing I forgot. With the weathering, I just gave it a clear coat of varnish. So this is the varnish I use, matte varnish, and that just sealed it all in. So you can rub your fingers on it, doesn't come off. That stuff actually just runs straight through my airbrush undiluted. So and it's like $10 from Bunnings. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because if you don't do that, it'll just rub off. Yeah. I'll see you next time.